Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the cafe. As always, I am Barista, your wonderful hostess. And of course, it is not just my name, it is also my title. So feel free to place your orders, and I will serve those right up for you. Hello, Onyx. Hello, Nova. I hope you are both doing well this evening. Well, at this point, I can almost say morning. As it's about to roll over to midnight where I'm at right now. Yeah, so, the internet crashed in the middle of my stream last night. Apparently there was it wasn't a localized thing, it was there was like an area outage where I'm at. That we did not get any notification about when it was happening. They call oopsies. So yeah. To make up for that debacle, I figured, why the hell not? I got time. I got the ability. Let's just make up for it tonight. Your Honor, in my defense, oopsies. Yeah, it was like Nova said that even though the hardwired stuff came back fairly quickly, it was the Wi-Fi took for fucking ever. And by the time we got there, I was just not having it. So we got cut off partway through the day after our break last night. So we have the save from the beginning of the day and then the save from the break, because at the beginning of the day, we decided to do a little experiment to show what the distraction mechanic does when we don't buy Jill what she wants. And basically, after a customer places their order, she just starts thinking about literally fucking anything else. And it's kind of funny. Well, it's actually really funny if you're paying attention and you know what's up. But if you, aren't paying attention and you're expecting Jill to give you a hint, well, you're up shit creek without a paddle, my friend. But since, we're decent at paying attention, let's just resume from the break. I think we made it... The internet crashed like half an hour after this, so we're gonna be doing some... having the hiccups, apparently. Repeating some of the stuff that we did last night. Including the hiccups. But... oh well. If that's the worst thing that happens to us today, I think that means it's a pretty good day. Yeah, so let's just jump right back in. Helps if I actually tap back into the game and not just, clicking on OBS, which is already open on my other screen. There we go. Note to self, buy oil for that door. I assume the back door to the alley is creaky as fuck, just like my joints. Alright then. Gil, you're in my spot. Please. Oh, sorry. Also, you're cleaning one of Boss's chicken buckets. Did Boss ask you to do that? If I told you she did, would you believe me? Without a doubt. Then, let's go with that. Let's go with that, then. Right. Greetings! Yeah, we must not have gotten too far because Stella was still here. Or she was here, rather. We were in the middle of talking with her. When the stream crashed last night. So, let's get on with it. Ah, Stella, what can I get you? I'll go with a Bleeding Jane today. Yes, again, here's the distraction mechanic. Stella asks us for a Bleeding Jane, but Jill's not focused on it, so she's thinking of a joke she remembered. Oh, Jill. What will we do with you? We'll remember everything in your place. It's fine. All blended. Here you go. Thank you. What brought you here today? Waiting for Say? I came by myself, actually. I was in the area and stopped to say hi. Oh. It's pretty interesting, though. When I first saw you, I doubted you'd ever come here again. Oh, right. I was trying to remember what we were even talking to Stella about by that point. But, what happened was earlier in the night, Kira Mickey stopped by again. She was getting chased by, as Kim refers to him, that chauvinist horse blower, Donovan D. Dawson. He chased her in here, but Dana hid her away. So we just served him some drinks and got him out of there. And Kira came out. Not like that. I mean, she did come out and tell us that she's in a relationship with, like, her producer guy. We made her a couple of drinks. And she actually gave Jill a ticket to the Encore concert that's going to take place in the game. So, yippee! Ow. And when Kira left, Gil got back from running errands, so Jill took her break. And now here we are. That's what you missed on Valhalla. Well, this place is comfortable, I must admit. So quiet and secluded. And you got this fucking banger of a track playing. Listen, if I absolutely had to pick a singular song from this OST to call my favorite, it would be this one. It would just be Welcome to Valhalla. It's also clean. Really clean. Gil's the one you can owe that to. Guy takes pride in how clean he keeps things around here. If you ever need cleaning staff, he's a nice pick. Really? He's also got his head in the clouds because he's got a crush. And, Dana sent him on an errand that took him to where his crush is, so, we assume he's a little distracted because he saw her. But that was Dana's goal, so I guess it's okay. Don't mind me, Jill's distraction is still spreading to me, and I'm just sitting here bebopping instead of actually playing the fucking game. These games are so cute. I know, right? Hopefully, eventually, someday, the sequel comes out. I'm not holding my breath because this game came out in 2016, and I think the sequel was announced not terribly long after that. And, you can still wishlist it on Steam. But, again, don't hold your breath. It doesn't have a pending release date or anything. It just says, to be announced. But we've already at least heard about one of the characters, at least, who's a friend of Dana's. This friend of Dana's is the one who runs the bar down there. So the assumption is that it'll be that bar that you're working at. He's a bit out of it today, though. I see. Hey, Jill, have you heard of the new gold rush in the city? Gold rush? Everyone is paying small fortunes to get their hands on pieces of white knight suits. Man, I don't even know what I'm gonna do after this one. I don't plan on it getting done, like, in the next... anytime super soon. But I really ought to, like, comb through my fucking Steam library. Well, thanks to a certain somebody, I do have a couple of choices that I've had my eye on. So I guess I'll just have to give those a once-over at some point and see which one piques my interest the most first, I guess. Ones I'm looking at are Afterlove EP and Vampire Therapist. Yeah, you sit there with your hee-hee. There are a couple of other games that I have, or like game series that I've thought about, you know, playing on stream, like the Ace Attorney series, because again, visual novel, right up my alley. Then I'm familiar with them. I've also been vaguely thinking about doing like different games for different days or something, sort of like how I've got Wonderlands Wednesday. You know, trying something new. I've been thinking if I ever have the energy for it. I have Skyrim on my computer. I've never actually played it before, so I've thought about dabbling in it and doing a Skyrim Sunday or something like that. But thinking about is about as far as I get. But rest assured, there is not going to be any lack of content, lack of things to do. I think I heard or read something about that, but I'm having doubts, so probably not. In any case, how is it a gold rush? Well, the tech behind the suits was always safely guarded, but after the events at the bank... Sorry. After the events at the bank, the suits were remotely shut down, bricking many of them in the process. Many units dropped their armor right there and fled when the lynchings went on. Any white knight still stuck in their suit had to take the armor off manually to run away. It all happened in the middle of the lynching, so they'd be sitting ducks if they didn't. Some weren't that lucky. They got beaten up while they weren't able to move. So, between the suits becoming glorified paperweights and many white knights going on the run, there ended up being a lot of junk lying around. But the whole scientific community is rejoicing. They're on a race to reverse engineer the suits and take as much technology as possible from them. And of course, even single pieces of armor fetch a high price these days. Did anyone see any profit from that research to justify those expenses? It's new tech, a whole new field ripe with patents just opened for many. So I'd say yes. Huh. I mean, the BTC is literally a conglomerate built upon patents and trademarks. I can see how. There is one weird case, though. There's this guy named Jack. He's the captain of a very unique Blitzkrieg Corps unit. Unique? The guy had a really small unit. 5 people, including himself. The aesthetics of his unit's armor was heavily modded to the point that they looked like a squad of henshin heroes. I will not go down the rabbit hole that I went down last night, but again, I will simply put it. Think Kamen Rider guys, Power Rangers, shit like that. That's what they look like. Hen what? Stella's embarrassed that she knows what henshin is. They looked really gaudy. But it turned out that the guy actually broke through the software and disabled the remote switch. He has one of the few, if not the only, suits of armor with the OS intact. To say they're among the most wanted people would be an understatement. You know a lot about this. It's interesting, the amount of things you hear when dealing with drunk people of all kinds in the same place. Also helps to put on a front that makes people lower their guard. That should sound familiar to you. True. Wait. Here's a freebie. A fun fact. The failsafe was originally going to involve the armor blowing up and leaving no traces. But regulations and laws didn't allow that kind of technology near civilians. I guess even Zaibatsu Corps has its limits, huh? Yeah, they're not the Garo from Majora's Mask. As Nova helpfully reminded me last night. When we first did this dialogue. People love to demonize Zaibatsu Corps because, let's face it, they're far from innocent. But they're not evil overlords, they're just greedy. They're just a big corporation. They just so happen to have control over what tantamounts to a city-state. Sometimes I remember things. More than Jill does when she's distracted because we didn't buy her what she wanted. But I remember sometimes. I actually went and there's a Majora's Mask cover album, for lack of a better term, that I found when I was like 17. It was like for sale on iTunes or something. And I actually found it on Spotify, so I've been listening to that all day. But corporations will naturally resort to draconian methods. I've heard horror stories from people outside the city about trying to use product placement. If you so much as hold a bottle the wrong way or get in the way of a logo, you'll be in for lots of trouble. And let's not start with theme parks or the like. Those are dystopias of their own. Then again, most of the demonization is due to Quincy being such a clown. He has no power anyways. He's just the front that whatever council behind Zaibatsu Corps shows. He makes a fool of himself and the attention is taken away from whatever it is that Zaibatsu Corps is actually doing. Yes, I will certainly do that. Let me do that now before I forget. It was one of those things I couldn't remember what the artist or group or whatever it was called, but I could distinctly remember what the cover of the album looked like. So I just looked it up. Like, I just looked up, you know, Majora's Mask on Spotify. And bada bing bada boom, I found it. Ah, fuck it, we ball. Let's just post it right here into chat. Now, I'm not gonna say it's like any fantastic work of art. I mean, it's good, obviously, but I don't know, I like it. It was a good thing to listen to in tandem, or like when I wasn't able to watch, like, I think there was a guy who was doing a Majora's Mask Let's Play that I was watching. Things like that. It kept it on my mind when I wasn't able to actually watch the thing. Yeah. So what you were saying is that Glitch City is basically a huge theme park? I've called the White Knights glorified mall security in the past, so yeah. Great, now I'm combining this thought. I'm having an entirely new thought. Because last night I said, her calling them glorified mall security meant that she's sitting here calling, say, fucking Paul Blart. Now I'm just imagining Paul Blart in a fucking Power Ranger outfit. Huh. No, seriously. And what? Can I get a Brantini here, please? Sure. Did I leave enough food for 4 at home? Yes, Jill, because that very much translates to Brantini. Well, I didn't mean to add ice. Good news is you can take that out, because you don't actually put it in. Aged, mixed. Big Brantini for Stella. Here. Thanks. So I take it you're in a good mood today? Does it show? A bit. Yeah, well, I managed to nab a couple of tickets for the Kira Mickey Encore concert. Yeah, this is about where we were. Because Stella was, all happy that she got the tickets and... Well, why am I giving the synopsis when we're gonna go over it right now? I feel like if I had to pick a second favorite song from this OST, this would be it. A, because it bops, and B, because of the title. Good for health, bad for education. I don't know why it tickles my funny bone. Nice. Alright, as it turns out, she was just here. Again? Sorry. Again? Can't believe I just missed her. I was surprised too. More surprised she remembered my name, though. And like last time, she was quite the graceful client. Man, so those rumors about her being really nice in person are actually true? Amazing. I know, she even got me a ticket for the concert. She what? I had to twist some arms to get tickets for the encore concert, and not only did you get them free, the idol herself gave them to you. Do you have any idea how jealous I am right now? It'll be interesting. You're gonna enjoy the hell out of it, trust me. This will be my first live concert of her, but I've seen every other concert of hers on video. They all have such a magical aura to them. One could say Kiramiki does the aura farming. Is that what the kids call it? Fuck, I don't know. I'm not a kid anymore, guys. Everyone says they have to be seen to be believed. You really like her music, huh? Makes me happy, what can I say? I love listening to it when I'm feeling down. Hell, it even helped me when I was worried sick about Say at the bank. Your guess is as good as mine. Yeah, that's all I got. It made me forget all my worries, even if for a while. Huh, I see. Say, Jill, you want to come to the concert with us? Us? And this was where it crashed, so now we're heading into new territory! Mostly because I remember sitting here staring at Stella for like 5 minutes while I waited for it to like refresh and reboot itself, and then it didn't. Computer? Computer? Hello? There we go. I accidentally hovered over the thing that makes the, like, Windows search bar thing pop up, and it would not go away. Find it best not to dwell on what the youth use for terminology. I already have a limited amount of sanity of brain cells per day. I don't want to waste them. You know what? That's fair. The only reason the aura thing has been on my mind today is because I keep seeing people on Twitter drawing Pokemon, and they keep talking about how they want to see, you know, different Pokemon having aura. Not like the Lucario type aura stuff, but like, I guess looking mad intimidating somehow? I don't know how to describe it. In some ways... Shit, I lost my train of thought again. This is why I'm not allowed to think. There's too much going on here. Here meaning in my brain. But at the same time, there is nothing going on up here. Look at these eyes. Do you think there is a single thought going on here? 'Cause I don't. Actually, I can tell you for sure. Nope. Nothing. I have to find it now. Yeah, here we go. No thoughts behind the... would you... Oh, in that context, it basically just means they want to see a different Pokemon be badass and have badass moments. Yeah, kinda. Some people have interpreted it as make them as scary as possible in some ways. At least that's what I'm seeing. Would you ever become an IRL barista? Probably not, because that requires way too much coordination that I simply do not have. Like, the coordination and skill that is involved in being an actual barista, like making fancy-ass lattes and latte art and, you know, remembering how to make frickin' everything. No. I do not think I could do it. Sounds like my brain. Lots of thoughts, they're all going too fast for any of the little yippy creatures in my brain to catch. Yeah, no, the tweet I originally saw was, this is a call for artists to make aura farms of literally any Pokemon. Chingling, Lombre, Farigiraf, any Pokemon can have aura. Actually, no, that was like a reply to it. The original one was, can we get crazy aura farming images like these for non-important Pokemon? I need to see something like this, but it's just Loudred or Jangmu or something. Like, this was the first... I put it in the chat. That was the first one I saw. And then there's this one with a fucking Loudred that just creeps the hell out of me. And one last one I'm sharing especially for you, Nova. Okay, now that I've gotten that out of my system... Not the hiccups, though. The hiccups are always going to be in my system. I invited Say because I managed to get 2 tickets. You want to come with us both? I'd love to. I didn't want to go by myself, but... Oh yeah, you'll see why. Are you okay with that? I don't want to be a burden. Of course! The more the merrier! Do you really believe me saying that she was here... Do you really believe me saying she was just here that easily? You're not the kind to lie about stuff like that, so sure. Thanks, I guess. That said, can you go to the concert so easily? What about security and the like? My dad always has a unit keeping an eye on me from a distance. And you'd be surprised at how easily I can disguise myself with just a different hairdo and a cap. I see. I wonder if I could get in the disabled line with Say and her wounds. Although she'll probably nag me about how she doesn't need it and we shouldn't abuse that. Hey, can you get me a classic drink? Sure. Pizza with double cheese and... Wait, no. This is a bar. Damn it, Jill! Don't worry, Stella. I'm paying attention. I remember. Well, we already got her a Bleeding Jane today, so let's give her a beer. Here. Thank you. Do you have many servants around the house, Stella? I do. They've been with us for so long, they're pretty much family. My dad has always said that if you earn someone's trust, they'll gleefully work with you, and everyone wins. Or work for you, rather, and everyone wins. We even had a young gardener that left to study engineering, and he actually came back. He still comes by every weekend to tend the plants. Man, that sounds nice. Wooper isn't even like my top 10 favorite Pokemon family because top 10 are nostalgia picks. Do still love Wooper, but like I said, not top 10 for me. Damn. Yeah. Mostly I thought of you because of the TikTok you sent me with Whooper. Let me know if you're ever in need of a job. I might find you something. Thanks for the offer. Wait. I just realized something's off with this whole tech gold rush story. What would it be? Wouldn't all that tech be patented anyways? I get trying to crack it in the first place, but that would be true if the tech was patented in the first place. It isn't? Zaibatsu have been so paranoid about making the White Knights untouchable that they never patented anything. A patent would be in a database that someone could hack and retrieve valuable info from. So expect a Whooper every Wednesday from now on. It's Whooper Wednesday. Whooper, 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 Whooper. It's a Whooper, it's a Whooper. And now it's evolving into Quagsire and a Clodsire there. Not to mention they've been using tech from other companies without any authorization. Uh-oh! They take Zaibatsu to court, Your Honor. Somebody takes Zaibatsu to court. They say, Your Honor, I plead oopsies. And no patent registry in their right mind would approve of that global shutdown signal. Let alone how it immobilized everyone still inside of one of those suits. So the ones that were upholding the law did so using suits that are by all means illegal. The irony runs deep, wouldn't you say? Why do it though? When you have so much money, you start thinking you can screw around with the rules. Or as one of the classic abridged series lines says, "Screw the rules, I have money." Why did I make him sound like Dana? Anyway. All that power makes you think you're above every law there is. Now I'm just thinking of the, I'm on a blimp song. And this city is what happens when those with money start making the rules. Because Dana's fucking awesome. Yeah, but she's way too cool to even remotely be in the same vocal range as fucking Kaiba. I'm curious though. Have you ever covered up any fuck-ups by using money? I think we've all done things we're not too proud of at some point in our lives. I'm thinking about the meme where someone shows a piece of paper saying they're... Yeah! Listen, I've never watched... I can't say I've never watched. I've barely watched Parks and Rec. That's one of my favorite parts of it. Here, I have a permit. This paper just says I do what I want. Exactly. I have not watched it, but damn, is it memeable. Exactly. Specifically him. Specifically Ron Swanson. Makes me want to add it to the list of shit to watch when my ADHD actually lets me. I started watching it, and I think I made it part way through season 1. And that was as far as I got. It seems like one of those shows where things pick up in the, like, as the seasons go on. Like, they find their stride and things. Because, From what I remember of what I've watched, it's not necessarily super for me. But I might just have to keep giving it a try. Well, Jill, I gotta go. Always a pleasure. Oh, great. We asked her if she used money to cover up a fuck-up that she did and she left. Please come again. Ah, Alma. No hello? You're pretty insistent on that one, aren't you? It's basic courtesy. Something I will fight to uphold. First the greetings stop, then saying please and thanks stops, and before you know it, boom! Total anarchy. You're exaggerating. I am not. In fact, I'll go through that door again, and I expect you to properly greet me this time. Oh, there she goes. Fine. Hello, Jill. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. "Only this, and nothing more." You overdid it. You totally overdid it. Quoth the bartender, I did not. So, you like poetry? I had a phase. Can I get you something? Let's start with a big cobalt velvet. Sure. And poor Jill's bra is still fucking itching. Don't worry, Jill, I got you. On the rocks and mixed. Big cobalt velvet. That just means we turn it slightly, you know, more towards the center so you can fill it more. Serve it. Here. Thanks. Oh yeah, there's something I've been wondering about for a while. Hmm? Does the name Shadowmaster 69's Chronicles ring any bells? Wow, you went pale. No, your name doesn't ring any bells. May 22nd. Today, my daily card readings told me that I'd meet great change thanks to an old man. My biology teacher told me I had been picked for an inter-school contest with my latest essay. I just knew a scientific theory on the idea of auras was as revolutionary as I thought. Soon I'll bring the world into the occult science singularity. Later entries don't seem to have gone that well, though. Mentions of being laughed at, being lectured on why the essay was wrong. Jill? I made sure to delete that blog! No evidence should be left! I can think of at least 6 different sources off the top of my head that have all that stuff archived. Why? Oh, why? Sheesh, relax. It's not that bad. What do you mean it's not that bad? Don't you realize how embarrassing it all is? We've all been young, Jill. Relax. It's not like you're still like that nowadays. That would have been embarrassing. You're not still like that, right? Aura farming, but apparently teenage Jill had negative aura. Odds no, I gave up on the whole occult stuff. It's just that remembering all that stuff is... Ugh. I don't know. I like the way you looked. All dressed in black with the rare accessory popping out thanks to the colors. I mean, at least you had the decency to use makeup and take care of yourself. So you have a pick. Oh god, you have a fucking pick. Why do you do this to me? Why do you dig out the sins of my past? I was bored. Last Friday, I had to take my mind off the whole Diana thing, so I ran a small background check on you. Bruh, this would be like if somebody pulled up my fucking Gaia Online account. Simple stuff, just checking past internet activity. Please don't run background checks like that. Just used a search engine, you know? I didn't request documents or anything. What led you to the page? You do realize your main mail account everywhere is still the one you used back then, right? Like I said, relax. You were obsessed with occultism. I wanted to kiss all the boys. And I kinda almost accomplished that in middle school, which still sort of haunts me to this day. Never underestimate the lengths old classmates will go to track you down. Can I please, just not estimate them at all? Especially if they think you're still the girl that kissed them for fun and they're lonely to boot. Yeah, no, can't relate. We all have things we're not too proud of as adults. Now I know how criminals feel when evidence is used against them. I have to ask, though, why the 69? It's supposed to be 6'9", not 69, like in reference to both the lovers and the hermit. I was convinced it meant wise choices. Jill, there's nobody that would read that as 6'9". I was 12 at the time! Even at 12, I fucking knew what a 69 was. Just how innocent were you back then? You have no idea. Well, let's sweeten things up a bit. I'll have a sugar rush. Sure. S-U-G-A-R something 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 sugar rush. Lead actor of Night of the ID Snatcher's name was... I can almost remember it. Oh, same. Fucking hate that shit when you're sitting there trying to remember. Okay, enough, I don't think I have to worry about that. Fair. Let's not get Alma totally toasted. We'll just give her... some Karmatrine. Here. This is the thing. Say, Alma, speaking of the past, what was your last long-term relationship like? That's sudden. You dug through my past, I've earned the right to dig through yours. Fine, fine. Long-lasting relationships, huh? Romantic ones, I'm guessing. Yep. Well, I've had about 4 boyfriends, who I'd describe as such, that I've introduced to the family and all. First one was in high school. I broke up with him because he cheated on me. Fair. I remember the other girl trying to pick a fight and me just saying, keep the fucker. Yeah. Yeah. The second one was during my freshman year. I broke up with him after he thought it'd be funny to punch me in the arm. He starts with a friendly hit and before you know it... Anyways, the other guy I met shortly after I dropped out. He was interested in marriage, but he wanted to get married after only half a year of knowing him. And then there's Richard. Who? I spent almost 4 years with him. We got along pretty well, we had awesome chemistry. I truly loved him. As time went by, there was a rift that started separating us. He just didn't like my family. He didn't? Moreover, he wasn't a family person. He distanced himself from his own and voiced that he didn't want kids. There was a part of me that wanted to believe, even if just for a bit, that maybe he'd change his mind. As much as I loved him, that one detail brought a growing gap between us. At one point, I just had to break up with him. But I'm not here to depress you. Bring me a beer, will ya? Sure. I'm a bartender at a tender bar. Hehe. Oh, Jill. Thanks for telling me that, by the way. Don't mention it. Okay, one more question and we're even. Wow, you really are embarrassed of that blog, huh? Sure, ask away. At what age did you get those implants in your boobs? Jill, I love you and I know you're saying that in jest. But I've lived through so many rumors about me getting plastic surgery that I can't and won't take it as a joke. As such, and honoring our friendship, I'll just say this. They're real and they're spectacular. Now ask the real question before I slap you. I'll grant you one and only one chance to call me by my full name as a compensation then. I'd gladly take your offer. It's funny that you mentioned slapping because my real question was, why did you get your hands chopped? Heh, chopped. Well, there's a couple of reasons. The first is that I spend lots of time typing and these replacements help me to avoid carpal tunnel syndrome. Oh. There's other utilities, like how I can interface with many devices. For example, there's a tiny computer embedded in my glasses. If I move my index finger, it acts like the computer's cursor. There's lots more, but they're small things that don't sound that impressive when I say it out loud. How did your family take the operation? They took it well enough, except for my mom. She freaked out for months. She even went to the hospital to ask for my hands. Don't you miss them? Sometimes, but just during emotional moments. But as luck would have it, someone else has them. Shortly before my operation, there was an accident on the highway. One of the victims was this young lady whose right hand got completely crushed. Ugh. I told them to check if we were compatible and all that. I mean, implants are not everyone's first choice if they can get a natural replacement. bit of cosmetic treatment and it could pass off as her original hand with no problem. Last I heard, we were compatible and the family agreed to the donation. I don't know what became of her, but I hope she's fine. And you didn't tell your mom about that? Didn't want her pestering the poor girl. Fair. So are we cool now? Are we even now? Are we? You were pretty pissed about my comment regarding your boobs. Again, I'm sorry. It sounded a lot less rude in my head. Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about that. Besides, I get to call you Julianne once. Now you don't! Eh? Why? You just called me by my full name. Are you serious? One chance and only one chance, and you just used it up. Damn it! Speaking of damn it, hi Anna. Surprise! Hey Alma, this might be a weird tangent, but do you believe in ghosts? Hey! Not particularly, no. Although there was this paper I read once that was quite interesting. Hmm? It proposed a scenario where nanomachine clusters would leave the body after death, and then acted as a collective hive mind through residual brainwaves. The result would basically be an image not unlike a hologram. Of course, the hypothesis fell through because such nanomachine density is impossible in a body. Even 5% of the amount needed is enough to make the blood too dense for the heart. And it's not like brainwaves are potent enough to create those reactions. Still an interesting read, though. I see. Don't give me that look. It's not my fault that you convinced yourself that you're crazy. Well, I'll leave then. See you tomorrow. See ya. All done? I am. What about you, Gil? For some reason, the idle girl left him like that, it seems. You think? Might have been while he was out. True. Hey, boss. You're a fan of wrestling, aren't you? I mean, you were a wrestler, so... That I am, yeah. Why? I was wondering, isn't wrestling fake? Aren't twin tails for little girls and teens with 8th grade syndrome? 8th grade what? When you get down to it, wrestling is as real as a soap opera. I mean, you don't really expect a legal lawsuit to be fixed in a ring, right? Well, not with that attitude. Sure, in my ideal world, you would solve legal problems through good old wrestling, but... No, seriously. 8th grade what? But you don't go around calling soap operas fake. It's a show, it just so happens to use fights as an expression. You might as well see it as a unique form of theater. Besides, considering the injuries many wrestlers suffer, it's not all fake. Huh. I didn't think about it that way. Sadly, I won't stand for anyone bad-mouthing wrestling. So now I have to go and break Gil's back to make you humble. Oh, well, wait, what? Come here, fuckboy! Fuckboy! Ah! 8th grade what? Total earnings that we've made since we started, $45,360. Drink totals for the day, $3,440, 0 mistakes, 30% commission. Today's payment, $1,032. Tips, we got $12.50. Flawless service bonus of $500. Who'd have thought we'd get a bona fide idol in the bar? Bonus from Dana of $300. Today's total transfer, $3,082, which puts our total fundage at $12,559.50. So we can pay rent. We paid the rent. Woohoo! You were charged with $10,000 for your rent. Have a nice day. Jill will have a roof over her head for another month. This sense of relief will make sure she focuses at work. Have a very nice day. I thought instead of taking it out on Jill, she's just like, nah, I'm gonna go take it out on Gil. Probably because he can take it. We have a roof over our heads for another month. Yay! Ain't that a relief? Alright, let's see what's new on the internet. Well, there wasn't a notification on Totally Not Reddit. Let's see the news first. It's always a good feeling knowing you paid the rent on time and have the amount you can keep a roof over your head. And Jill has a little bit extra left. So I guess if we really wanted to make up for not getting her that Kira Mickey poster yesterday, we can. I could tear one off any wall in the vicinity, but hell knows what germs they have. Yeah. There we go. I got an achievement. Make sure Jill doesn't get distracted even once. I wonder if I got that, like, post because I bought the thing that she wanted to not get distracted and I didn't fuck up any of the drinks. That'd be pretty funny. Anyway, let's see what the news says. Grand Slam Fighters crowns a new heavyweight champion. I broke it. I broke it, but I fixed it. I say I broke it because I got that achievement after getting the achievement for paying all the bills. That is funny. Glitch City's most popular wrestling promotion crowned a new heavyweight champion yesterday, with Giant Yusuke taking the gold from Japanese wrestler Justin Liger instead of Jushin Liger. That's funny. After previous champion 66 American Kid was forced to relinquish the title due to a head injury, GSF decided to hold a tournament to find a new title award holder. The match ended after an epic 30-minute bout, with Giant Yusuke applying a massive German suplex for the 3 count. During an interview with AE, Giant Yusuke told us that, through a translator, that he's waiting for a 66 American Kid to recover. I won't rest until I beat him clean. So exciting. If only I understood what's going on. Yeah, same. After the Great Earthquake, salvage agents are the new rage. The Great Earthquake that sank large portions of the world 5 years ago also created an unexpected new profession. That's me with any sport. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like if I wanted to get back into wrestling, if I watched like a few episodes of it, I'd pick it right back up without too much of a problem. But I don't want to. I have like just enough knowledge of certain things to get by. But that's also because I played sports in school and stuff. Like I played some sports, so I know what's up with some of those. Used to be a wrestling fan, so I vaguely have an idea of that. No idea who like any of the big people are these days, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, sports. The Great Earthquake that sank large portions of the world 5 years ago also created an unexpected new profession: salvage agents. Summer Aki is one of these salvagers, and she shares her experience with the augmented eye. What, you mean Orange is Orange does a salvaging thing? This implies that she's going to be around in 2070. Well, 2070X. Good for her. I know that's not the Aki they mean, but I thought it was funny. Probably asked my brothers, like, one of them knows a lot about soccer and cross country and track, and the other one knows an okay amount of football. Well, 2 of those is basically just running. The cross country team, when I was in high school, they had shirts, like team shirts that they had that said, my sport is your sport's punishment. It's like, good for you. Freaking weirdos. And I only know the barest amount of football because I have relatives who are, like, massively into it. So I've had to pick up a few things by proxy. That's about it. Seeing big cities like Tokyo and places like Caracas several kilometers below the ocean surface, that's something that gets to you, you know? Millions lived there before the Great Earthquake, and it's on me to retrieve their memories, their lives. Aki is now working to retrieve items from a research facility in the Tanegashima island of Japan. And Australia? Australia is a tad more complicated than that. Don't tell me this is the bad future where we also get Junkertown. It's Junkertown! New Lilim regulations. Current regulations preventing Lilim from looking too human have been working well so far, but Glitch City's government is planning to create even more new laws so as to enforce robot-like features among the Lilim in a bid to reduce identity theft. Glitch City, the first nation to adopt the current standard in artificial intelligence and robots, was the first to allow robots into normal society, quickly giving them necessary rights so as to sustain a long-term experiment about their role in human evolution. Unfortunately, the first year saw numerous reports of identity theft, resulting in the need for more stringent measures. It is unknown what kind of laws we'll have in the future regarding their existence. But people look more robot-like by the day, too. Yeah, like, for example, Alma's fucking hands. And Dana with her fucking robot arm. Kira Mickey has a new post. She wrote about us! Or she wrote about the bar. Valhalla by Mickey. The name sounds pretty silly and a bit hard to pronounce. Good thing it's actually called Valhalla. The funny numbers and letters are just a code. Anyway, I visited this cute and small bar downtown twice after getting lost for a bit. I think the area was called Neon District. At first it was a bit scary because I forgot my way back. But once I got in there, I felt really safe and at home. The bartenders are such sweethearts, and the boss was such a class act. I even took a photo with her and sent a video to her little sister. I look forward to visiting again. The drinks were very tasty, even though they weren't made of real alcohol. Jill says, I don't know if I want the bar to suddenly become a fan tourism hotspot. Yeah, but if it does, maybe we'll get a shit ton of money and we'll be able to stay afloat. Also, since I bought that Kira Mickey poster, we can see it right there. I still want a pet 4. Let's pet Jill. Alright. Let's go to work. Friday, December 30th. Good evening. Thanks, Nova. Gil, are you humming Shine Spark? Ah! Hey, Jill. Are you okay? Are you in love, maybe? Nothing of the sort. I'm fine. Right. No, seriously, did you fuck? Men only get so happy after they fucked. I don't know, that seems a bit sexist. That's not... Oh my god, you totally fucked. Was it Alma? Did you have 7 minutes in heaven with her? No, I didn't. In any case, congratulations. I haven't seen you this happy since... well, never. Oh god. Today's escapades will bring us to a familiar place and... shit. Gil, I'm out. I'm gonna... Not so fast, flat bartender, if that's even your real name. Oh no, the 8s. Oh no. Last time my viewership had a weird peak while I was passed out. So I'm here to find out what made people so interested. Eh? Do I have something on my face? This guy totally fucked. Moon! And all the chat's laughing at him. No doubt about it, that gleam in his eyes is unmistakable. Gil's just not having it, he's out. Whatever, just keep it down. Jill, you're hit. Isn't that the passed out girl from 2 weeks ago? I'm not here! Oh, sorry. I'll be back in my office then. Anyway. Whatever. Okay. So I think at some point, I don't know if it already happened or if it's going to happen and I'm just remembering things weird. We might get a code for Streaming Chan song, which is literally just called Go Go Streaming Chan. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Hey! Okay, hold up. Before we do anything else, he doesn't blink normal. He doesn't, like, close his eyelids. His eye screens just, like, flicker. Ah! You are too happy and you're too mopey. What happened? I was right. Huh? That Laura girl was head over heels for him. I was right on the money. He doesn't blink like the rest of us. That's what I'm saying. Which just further emphasizes his Lilim nature. But he's also the only one that we've met that does that. Because, like, both Dorothy and, Kira Mickey, they have eyelids. They blink with their eyelids. They don't do that. I cast a mild curse upon whoever burdened me with this knowledge. He's also the only one who does not have white for his main eyes, but is purple instead. Yeah, his, like his, iris and, like, his sclera are inverted. I mean, it works for him. It's one of those things that's, like... I don't know, I never really noticed it until somebody pointed it out. Because it looked fine to me, but now that somebody's pointed it out, I'm like... Motherfucker. Wait a damn minute, did they follow the... I swear I just saw Deal's eyes follow the cursor. I'm gonna boop him. Boop. I don't think they do. I don't think there's that much to it. I think he's just blinking at us. As much as he can blink. Okay, no, it was just a really fucking conveniently timed blink. It happens. Yeah, I forget... Because I feel like part of it is also the three Lilim that we do know. You know, Deal and Dorothy and Kira Mickey. I'm pretty sure they're all different types. Like, they're different Lilim classifications. So they're obviously going to have various physical differences. Fucking bug flew in my eye. Get out of there. You know... And it's especially like one of those really fine and small bugs that basically disintegrates once you start touching it. So then you rub it and try to get it out and it's just not fucking happening. Ugh. It's hard out here for a barista. I'm just a barista. I don't deserve to have bugs fly in my eyes. Thank you for the stretch and hydrate. It also gave me the opportunity to fucking deal with that. Frankly, I don't know if it actually flew into my eye. I don't think it did. It doesn't feel like it. But it was just like, meow. Right into my fucking face. Anyway. Now that we've sat here and talked about how weird Deal's blinking thing is for like 10 minutes. Say, that girl. I'm not here! Sorry. Isn't she the one that passed out last time? Anyways, Betty was right, and that deserves a beer. And you? I'm fine. A Friday beer for a cheerful Betty. Now see, this is the kind of comment we would get. Well, rather, these are the normal kinds of comments that we get when Jill isn't distracted. For the occasion. Alright. So the girl was actually infatuated with him. You should have seen her screaming from the top of her lungs that she liked him. And him just standing there, thinking. Just like that. In retrospect, it was a tad too cliched for my taste. Still, I knew she liked him. I was right. I was right. Poor Deal. He doesn't seem particularly happy. He never is. Unlike your coworker. Holy shit, did he fuck? Poor Gil. Or maybe good for him? You're making it too obvious, Gil. How? That beaming face is unmistakable. Face of a guy that got some and enjoyed every moment. Back to Deal. Damn, ow. Everyone's picking up on it, and I'm punching my desk, apparently. My fucking computer table. Maybe that's why he was so happy yesterday. It's because he made plans to meet up with that girl. Back to Deal, though. Like I said, he seems lost in thought. Victories like these are few and far between. Let me enjoy myself. Can I get something non-alcoholic, kid? It's not how you drown your sorrows, piece of scrap. I'll have a Bloom Light. Okay. A Bloom Light and something non-alcoholic. Need front mix. Let me think. There we go. I feel like he would like a fluffy treat. Serve him. Here. Thanks. Same. Celebrate all you want, but I'm freaking out here. I know nothing about relationships. I have no idea what to do. Well, for starters... What do you think, Jill? Me? Her? Betty, I've seen a few of your relationships, remember? Aside from Veronica, there's Angela, Pamela, Sandra, Rita, Monica, Erica, Tina, Mary, and Jessica. God damn! Betty, you just over here doing the fucking Mambo number 5. Or should I say, didn't share the bed sheets, snores like a pig, cold feet, shampoo waster, chocolate addict, too religious, fan of the wrong rugby team, teetotaler, and chews with the mouth open. What do you think, Jill? Damn! Deal just fucking roasted her, read her to the filth! And she's just like, you know what, I can't even argue with that. That you must be quite the heartbreaker to have so many relationships in a short period of time. I mean about piece of scrap situation. And thank you. I'm not the right person for this. Gil? He's still on fucking Cloud 9. Or is it fucking in Cloud 9? What about... Sneaky, sneaky! I'll be damned, she actually hides pretty well. For starters, how do you feel about her? I don't know. I don't know her that well. You could start there. Ask her out sometime. Get to know her. Maybe she'll change her mind. Maybe you'll change yours. In the end, you lose nothing by... What? I'm just realizing I'm giving love advice to a Lilim. So I don't know how well it applies to you. These things are human in all but organs nowadays anyways. Even if that's the case, it's interesting that she felt that way towards him. Why wouldn't she? This fella's a good catch if I do say so myself. And, like I said, humans in all but organs. You've surely encountered Lilim that you sometimes forget are not humans. Well, we live in weird times, but hey, that only makes them more interesting. Girl, are you telling me we live in that Chinese... I think it's a Chinese proverb. At least it's always accredited to be a Chinese proverb. May you live in interesting times. I'm pretty sure it also gets referenced in Baldur's Gate 3. Sometimes your player character, your Tav, can be like, I shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Or something like that, I think, depending on what voice you give them anyway. We live in weird times, but hey, that only makes them more interesting. It's odd going to other cities and seeing not seeing the same level of Lilim integration, though. Well, Glitch City is pretty much the cradle of social experiments involving Lilim integration, so... Anyway, just try to get to know her. You'll find out how you feel afterwards. Yeah, I think I'll try that. Imagine that. Talking to and getting to know the person. What a concept! Quite the uninspired advice if you ask me. Anything else? Let's commemorate the occasion with a piano man and a piano woman. Sing us a song of the piano drinks that are made slightly different and stuff. I don't remember what the difference is, other than one's on ice and one's aged. Yeah, it's a different balance of ingredients, and like I said, one's aged and the other's mixed. But they both have 18 ingredients each. Here we go. And now we reach a stalemate. I'd normally take the piano man, but I feel there's a symbolic value in taking the woman. Why order like that, then? I hate Laura. And she's... Poor Betty. You what? She's gonna take you away from me. You're my piece of scrap, not hers. You're mine. Mine! Betty, you don't own me. Besides, I can't, for the life of me, leave you alone. I feel like the moment I let you out of my sight, you'll just crash. That's not a laughing matter. You need someone making sure you aren't kicking people. That's not normal, you know? Besides, it's not like I have something with her yet. You're right. So you won't leave me? I'd worry myself sick if I left you to your own devices, honestly. We should leave now. Oh yeah! We're holding a small New Year's party tomorrow. I don't know if you want to come. We'll come! Are you sure? We will! Fine. We'll be here, Jill. Anyway, see you then. Bye, Bill! Poor Betty. Please come again. Party? I'd love to go. Ah, fuck. Come on. Oh, what? Oh, what? Why? What happened? Why are we laughing? But I told everyone that tomorrow I'd end the year with a party myself, so... Sorry. I totally forgot she was already here. Man, that was such bliss. Still, I can see how the traffic spiked. Things can get fun here. And just like the last time, I need to show my viewers something fun. Give me something nasty. She wants something nasty again. I know Jill said she thinks... Well, that's good. You weren't invited anyway. You and whoever, how many viewers you got. Well, last time she was here, she was around 6,000, I think. Yeah, let's give her a fucking Zen star. Been a minute since we made one of those. It looks so nice, but it sucks that it tastes bad. Here. This is the... Hold on. It was nasty, alright. Well, I don't know what happened, but her music isn't overriding me anymore. Got real quiet for a second there. Maybe the drink was so bad it broke her. And now it's time for me to be a nice person and give you something nice. It's the second time I'm here, so it's only natural you get your own copy of my theme song. Oh, see, this is what I was thinking of. I'm in love with you. Her song, it pops. I fuck with it. No, thank you. Don't be shy. Let me give you one. I mean it. No, thank you. Moon! Well, too late. It's already in your player. That can't... How in the ever-living fuck did you do that? Magic. That's bullshit. Video editing magic. Did you just hack into the music player? Let's move on, shall we? Yeah, whatever. Hey, weren't there dogs? Last time you talked about this place, like it was this zany haven of sorts, but I see the same shit. Seriously, no decorations or anything of the like? Good question. Where are the dogs? Boss, where's the fucking dog? Did you already scare it off with talk of fireworks? I either haven't paid enough attention to their arrival or they haven't come. Idols, newspaper managers, talking dogs, and yet this is the same old bar like last time. I might sue you for fake advertising, you know. Now that I think about it, maybe Boss just donated money to this CIRA thing. Then tricked the dog into coming here as a part-timer for kicks. Fucking bug. Oh well, anything interesting lately? It's not like I miss them, but they should at least show their faces. Hello? Sorry, what did you say? I was asking if there were any news stories. This isn't a newspaper, you know? Nor is it a crazy stories on demand streaming service. No, that's what I'm here for. Moon! That's a big fat lie and you know it. Shut up. But I said nothing. God damn it, Anna. I meant... So, shut that idea up. Nice save, Jill. Yeah, that. I won't. Last time I came here, the viewership peaked for some reason. And I want to find out why. Maybe Pretty Boy over there can tell us the story of who he fucked. He's so distracted, he won't even make a retort. Amazing. I guess there's something worth saying, but then I want to hear it! Well, Kiramiki came yesterday again. You're shitting me. Ooh. You expect me to believe she came all the way here again? Do you even have proof like the glass from last time? Well, if I may interject. You've been listening, boss? Walls are pretty thin. Oh. Anyway, she did. I even took a pic with her. She did what? Let's see. Why? I try to make an appointment with her and she's always busy. But you sit here and she just comes waltzing over? It's not fair. Hey, if I knew how the hell stuff like that happened, I'd share my secrets. I was just as baffled as you are right now. Yeah, but I bet you're not even that much of a fan anyway, are you? What, you calling me a fake fan? I'll fight you. I'll win. You're not wrong. Can you at least tell me how nice she was as a client? Very graceful client, much like the last time. A really nice girl. I'm gonna give you my number. If she ever comes back, you let me know, you hear? Not gonna let you keep her to yourself. Really doubt she'll come back again, though. She already came twice. I'm not taking any chances. I need something to drown this anger with. Give me something girly, will you? Okay. She's asking for a girly drink. And bold of you to assume we'll call you anyway. Exactly. You know what? I'm feeling a sun... No, let me think. Either a sunshine cloud... Well, that Sparkle Star is happy. And a sunshine cloud is bitter, girly, and soft. She probably feels mad bitter right now, so we'll give her that. Moon! Chat has a suggestion, I guess, but I don't think a moon blast is girly. Or sweet, rather. Well, tickle my whiskers and dance the Charleston, it actually is. You know what? Fuck it, we ball! Moon! Give her a big moon blast. And see, I was planning on giving her an optional Karmatrine one and then just getting her toasted. But, no. Big moon. Here. Let's just chill a bit. Well, I guess the moon blast was probably the right option because it's also icy. It's still not fair. Ooh, haha, chat's laughing at you. You know, you're boring today. You're not chatting that much, nor are you doing anything funny. Maybe the whole peak viewership thing is just you? Eh? Maybe this bar and me both had nothing to do with the spike. Maybe you're just that good. Are you hitting on me? Am not. In fact, I'm kind of trying to get you to leave. Pronto. Don't be so hard on the girl. She's fun. Another nuisance shows up. Ah, Joe hates me. Not hate, it's just... Wait, I'm not having this conversation again. Boring. Hey. You are curious, right? About Fuckboy's partner. Want to know who it was? Do you know? Maybe, maybe not. That maybe not settles it then. Not taking any chances. Oh, come on! Bartender, you're making lots of faces there. Aw, chat's laughing at me now. Nothing, really. Did the two bartenders break or something? Should I call the manager? Tech support? Chat's laughing at me again. Hey, Joe, inner and outer voice, remember? Fuck. What? Who fucked? Aside from that guy, I mean. Say, you're oddly calm today. Well, I've been getting more sleep lately. That way, I don't feel like if I stop speaking, I'll die. Crash is a hell of a drug. That's what somebody on Reddit said. And by Reddit, I mean Danger You. And wouldn't you know, I can actually make it premium time if I go commando. Surprised she didn't think of that sooner. Huh. But come on, I'm getting bored out of my ass here. Do something. I'm not a dog. You can't just ask me to roll over, you know? Mind if I entertain you a bit then? Boss? You and Gil take a break. I'll entertain the missy here. Alright. Jill, by that I meant take Gil with you. I don't want him humming to the middle of the road and right into a truck's grill. Heh, grilled Gil. Right. Alright, Gil, come with me. Huh? He is pretty cute, though. If he did fuck, I hope it was enjoyable. Now safe to keep playing. And based on how he's been today, I think was if that's what it was he did. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? If he got some, good for him. Considering it sounds like we keep getting told that he's been through a whole lot of shit. You know what? Mans deserves to fuck. Want one? Hmm? No thanks. I don't smoke. Alright. I got a text from Alma. Boss! Alma and Gil didn't fuck. Well, that's a bummer. She's sending congratulations your way, though. Tell her I said thanks, I guess. So who was the lucky girl? So it was a guy? Never thought you swung that way. Wasn't a guy. So it was a girl. And you did fuck. I don't feel comfortable talking about that, you know? You don't make things easy for me, though. Oh, so? I mean, you're pretty hard to get close to, you know? You never talk about yourself. You're talkative so long as it doesn't involve you directly. If anything, that means he's good at his job. Teasing you is literally the only way I know to get through to get... Teasing you is literally the only way I know to get through to you. You make me sound like some weird loner. You are a weird loner. At least tell me if you enjoyed the night you spent with whoever it was. I did. Good for you! Why are you humming some Sunshine Stone so much, though? Well, after that idol girl came again yesterday. Looked up her discography and I can't stop humming or listening to them. Right. Oh god, you didn't fuck the idol girl, did you? I think if Donovan found out about that, he would fucking die. He would just explode in jealousy. Either that or he'd start interrogating Gil about her specifications. No. Why would that be a problem, though? I don't know, it would just feel weird. That and Kira Mickey told us she's in a relationship. And I don't think that's that kind of relationship. I don't think they have an open relationship. I mean, I don't think she would tell us if it was, but... Well, that's that for the break. Let's go back. Right. Oh, and Gil? Hmm? Keep in mind what I said about opening up more. I mean it. That way we won't tease you so often. Listening to you say that has to be the weirdest thing I've heard this year. Shut up! Wonder if Alma finds Gil attractive. There it is. It's a bop. I'm not gonna put it in circulation though, otherwise I'd be all like, whoa! Freak out thinking she was showing up. And that's that. Back. What were you two doing back there? Fucking. Oh, so just chatting then. Holy crap, did you two really fuck? John has the face of a man who fucked to death recently. Seagill, you're making it too obvious. How? What will you have today? I'll have a gut punch. Coming right... Huh? What? Nothing. Dorothy wants a gut punch. Is the world ending? Well, we'll give her a big gut punch. Mostly because I fucked it up. Ah, fuck it, we ball. Aged. Next. Here. Stop looking at me like that. Sorry. Are you okay? It's weird for you to order something like that. Yeah, I'm just trying out stuff. Did you know Lilim tongues are designed to identify food using the chemical components? Our tongues were designed with human ones in mind. For example, the first flavors that we detect are sour and bitter, just like you guys. I checked my personal specs and apparently my sensitivity is set to 1.2235x. That makes me hate those flavors because I feel them harder. Why all that exposition? I mean, I'd lie if I say I wasn't interested, but why? Well, after last time I got curious and started checking how many of my systems worked in detail. For example, the tips of my fingers are so sensitive to vibrations, you can make a seismograph with them. Huh. And checking that, I found that it's all based on how humans work. And that got me thinking about what you said. I mean, for my systems to work, humans had to understand how they work. After all those discoveries, they're not any more or less artificial. Why should I be? I don't know, looking up all of that suddenly made me feel real. It was the opposite of what I felt last time. I feel like I'm here right now. Glad to hear that. Alright then, let's try something sweet now. Something sweet. That's more like it. Well, I know she likes a piano woman. So fuck it, we ball. We'll give it to her. Moon! Here. Ah, nice! To be honest, it's a bit surreal for me. What? I hear talking to you and you're answering like any human would. You're even expressing happiness. I remember when I was a kid, I usually tried to strike conversations with AIs. After a bit, they'd just start looping through their built-in answers, repeating the same things over and over. It always made me crash back into reality. When I think back to that, having such advanced AIs like you here right now, it's amazing. I don't know, it makes my inner child happy to see something she always dreamt of. I want to try a Moonblast, but I gotta make it virgin. How the fuck would I make a virgin Moonblast? I don't know, I wonder if it's in the cocktail recipe book. Because I'm pretty sure they have, for all the recipes that are in there, they do have a virgin equivalent. If I remember correctly. It helps when I'm feeling particularly cynical. Aw, you flatter me! Besides, I've always thought about humans like nature's Lilim. Method might have been different, but we too evolved from a more simple form ages ago. If Lilim managed to create biological life years from now, it will have all come full circle. Probably would be, or at least the alcoholic version of it. I cannot remember if it says optional commentary or not. I don't think... Yeah, no, I don't think the Karmatrine in a Moonblast is optional. For a bunch of the sweet drinks it is, but not for a Moonblast. We'll see we'll check the next time a drink prompt comes up. So what should I take? So what I should take from this is, you love me? Pog! Dorothy Pog. Don't overdo it. Anything else? Let's go with the Sugar Rush. Okay. Yeah, first let's check. Yeah, no, it definitely has Karmatrine in it, but only a little bit. S-U-G-A-R. It has optional Karmatrine. Sugar Rush. Sugar Rush. Optional Karmatrine. Give her a little bit of alcohol. Sugar Rush. Sugar Rush. Here. Not what I wanted. Even in doubt, my love for these is real. How romantic. So I take it the solipsist problem got solved? Yep. All the reality crisis started the other day. My guardian. Call her mom, nobody's judging you. Mom decided to meet with the mother of her daughter's girlfriend. It was a very emotional meeting. They both said they felt like they closed a long chapter. I was moved, but that was when it set in. Why was I moved? I never met any of them, so where do these feelings come from? I don't know, probably the fact that Anna's ghost is still hanging around and likes to fuck with me. Why do I feel things? Do I really feel them? What tells me someone else isn't pressing a button to make me feel that? What tells me I'm in my body? What is real? Boom! Oh, don't worry, by the way. I'm fine. Thank God, it's unnatural to see you down like that. Man, that Go-Go is a blast. Oh God, streaming Sean and Dorothy in the same room. Either streaming Sean's whole stream is gonna fucking crash because of how much traffic it's gonna get, or shit, that's about the only option I've got right now. Don't you feel like talking a bit more with Dee Dee? Dee Dee is too much of a prick and Go-Go is tired. Besides, I want to talk with the bartenders. Aw, oh, fuck. Well, I tried, Jill. I'll be in my office. Cute little girl, Willem! Cam girl! Aw, fiddlesticks. What's your name, girl? I'm Dorothy Hayes, at your service. Do you come here often? Are you hitting on me? Hey, Dorothy, I'm in the middle of a live stream. Do you want to participate? Sure, sounds fun. Okay, let's take a recommendation from you. What should I drink next? Try the Sugar Rush. Bartender, a Sugar Rush over here. Bartender. Sorry, what? Sugar Rush, please. Right. Sugar Rush. Again. Okay, here's the question. Do we get Streaming Chan absolutely toasted with this fucking Sugar Rush? I feel like the answer is yes. Fuck it, we ball! 14 fucking Comatrine. Here. Good choice, Dorothy. Yay! So what are you doing in my turf? Streaming Chan. Yes? No, I mean, that's what she calls herself. Man, that's a tacky name. Aha, chat's laughing at her. Yeah, but it's my tacky name. Actually, that's not really my name. What's your real name, then? Behind Streaming Chan's awesome mask lies the humble Nicole Chen. Humble. Why not call yourself Streaming Chen? It's funny that you mention it. You see, when I started, I called myself Nico Chen. I changed websites so the name felt a bit out of place. Thus, I became Streaming Chen. Everyone nicknamed me Streaming Chan, though, so I just went along with it. Oh yeah, I get it. At one point, I was gonna call myself Dolores Hayes. But then I realized the name was as subtle as a brick to the face. Ah, apparently chat is cultured enough to know Lolita. Anyway, I'm here because the last time I came, I ended up with greater viewer numbers than usual. And so, I wanted to treat my loyal audience again. Oh, I see. Well, you came to the right place, especially if you're looking for some comfy fun. Honey here might seem harsh, but you just need to crack her shell. Shut up. See, you just need to say the right thing at the right time and she becomes a sweetheart. Quiet, you. Don't play hard to get, you know it's true. Hey, Stream Girl. That's me. I'll regret asking this, but don't you have a sponsor? Oh. Thank you for the hydrate, Medi. I hope you're doing well. Oh yeah, I needed that. Thanks for popping in with the hydrate. And just thanks for popping in general. No, I don't want to open that. Go away. There we go. Okay. It's weird that it's been this long without some advertisement. I have, but you see, the contract with them expired, so Marvin, the business guy or whatever, had to make a new one. He was gonna send the draft to his lawyer as it had a couple of additions, but, let's say he got too excited with my VR model and the contract became unreadable. Ew. Bruh. Hang on. I don't think I have a sub to her, so I can't pull that up. Nope, I do not. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Oh, so he used the contract to... Yep, he cut it into a pair of panties and rubbed it vigorously on his penis. I mean, you'd expect certain principles to be upheld, even in the adult VR industry. I reported him and he got fired, but now they're looking for a new business person thing. Honestly, I think the paper cuts all over his dick are punishment enough. But I mean, why the contract? I didn't mind it if he jacked off to an image of me, but the contract? That's money that you're soiling right there. I would have gone back on the deal were it not for the owner paying me a visit and apologizing profusely. Some people, seriously. Ah, dick paper cuts. Haha, chat thinks it's funny. I've done enough crazed teacher fantasies to know how they can be a problem. I don't think you need to have experience to understand that. That said, Gil's been grimacing for a full minute now. Haha, now chat's laughing at him. Don't mind me. Huh. But you know, I like you, Dorothy. Why don't we celebrate with beers? My treat. Alright. 2 big beers, honey. Now I need 2 big beers. The only thing I can make off the top of my head. I say as I almost fuck it up. Now I know my new project for tomorrow when I get off work. Hell yeah. I'm sure you can figure it out. Get in there, you stupid Comertrine. 2 big beers. Here. Cheers! Cheers! Alright, I'm not feeling my tongue or my feet. Time to get lewd. Oh, I already have. Oh, excellent. I love that for you. Did I hear lewd? Do you have any stories? Okay, so Streaming Sean is absolutely crunked. And now... this is gonna be a time. This'll be a treat for non-premium users. I once met a guy that insisted on doing it in a jacuzzi. He didn't mind being in premium time, so I started setting up the cameras. And man, was it a challenge. I wasn't just gonna stream over the water, I wanted some underwater action too. What did you do with the bubbles and all? That was the least of the problems. We just turned the jets off. But not only did I have to make a makeshift underwater cover, I also had to keep in mind the heat. Heat isn't good with cameras. Did you try chilling the cam a bit and putting it in a bag with some filling? We made something more convoluted. We took a small cooler, opened a hole for the lens, and sealed it with plastic. I made sure things looked good through the cam and started recording. Threw in some cooling packs, sealed the fuck out of the cooler. Did it need any weight? Yep, luckily the guy was into bodybuilding, so we used some old dumbbells. It was also ripped as fuck, but that's another story. It was all a success, but it's also the last time I have sex in a jacuzzi. Blood rushing, hot water, I felt like I was dying midway through it. Thank God he decided to resume the action out of the water midway through it, or I would have surely died. At least the guy didn't burn himself. What do you mean? Last time I had sex on a jacuzzi, my body got so hot the guy almost burned his dick. I considered investing in a cooling system, but it's so situational and expensive that I'll pass. Besides, those cooling systems require too much maintenance. Wait, I think I should leave, but care to join me in escapades for the rest of the night? Can I plug my services at the end of the night? Sure. Then count me in. I've got the perfect stories. Let us be on our way then. Goodbye, bartender. Bye, honey. Well, let's start the story. You see, there was this mega Santa. Wait, seriously? Glitch City's in a world of trouble now with those two out and about on their own. They left. A pair made in hell. At least they look like they're having fun. That method of filming underwater sounded convoluted as fuck, though. And I guess it's hard to keep a cool head when you're horny. We're done, boss. As long as they don't bring the trouble back to the bar. Well, Jill says we're done for the night, so I think we're good. Man, don't you just feel great? No, Gil, unlike some of us, or unlike you, some of us haven't fucked lately. At least as far as Jill's concerned. Were we in the same place? Here, Jill. What's this? A bonus. Today I got a taste of the kind of clients you deal with and... keep it up. Well, tomorrow's the big day, so get ready. That goes for both of you. Or at all. Total earnings. We've almost made $50,000. Drink totals of $600. 0 mistakes, 30% commission. Payment of $180. $800 in tips, though. Damn, we made more in tips than the drinks cost. Wow, the service bonus of $500. Either I'm getting old or that girl was too much even for me. Dana usually only gives us $300. She gave us $600 for that. Today's total transfer, $2,080, for a grand total of $4,339.50. You have no new notifications or reminders. Happy New Year! May all your wishes come true in a new bountiful year filled with health and joy. Happy New Year! I'll leave the closet open in case you want to hide from the noise. Thanks! Nothing new from Kira. The augmented eye is down for maintenance. Sorry for the inconvenience. Nothing new on Reddit. So, here's the thing. Remember how I said we were gonna, like, finish up the main story of this, like, next week or something? Theoretically, we could finish it tonight. Because the New Year's Eve party, that's the last day that stuff is happening. And then we'll get to see the different endings that we've got. Because if I remember correctly, there's like 5 or 6 different endings that we can get. And we can get them all. Like, the only ending we can't get with all the other endings is the bad ending. But that only happens if you don't pay the rent. But we paid the rent. So we've got at least one of the good endings. And depending on how other things went, how we interacted with characters, and how things lined up, we could be lined up to get the other good endings. Because they're more just like post-game events, like things that happen later on, like next year in-game. Like maybe we'll see the girls going to the concert or something like that. So, like I said, we could do that tonight. Or we could wait, save it for the beginning of next week, and start something new on Tuesday. Or we could just finish it out now, and then start something new on Monday. I mean, frankly, I'm perfectly happy and fine to finish it out tonight and then start something new on Monday. But I want to hear what you guys think. I mean, I'm game if you are. Well, if that's the case, before we get into that... No, I totally don't have to be up for work early tomorrow. Yeah, same. That's the only thing that's making me hesitate. I mean, I could always just sneak in another stream like tomorrow night or Sunday night or something. Did I save? Okay, I saved. I just wanted to make sure I saved. We should be good little adults so we don't crash and burn and commit war crimes. Yeah, I guess. Alright. How dare you remind me that I should be a responsible adult? Alright. Let's wrap it up then. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Hey, I gotta be responsible too. Yeah. Yeah. You can dedicate Monday streams to the ending and stuff. That is true. That is very true. That way I'll be like fully voice rested, and I just realized I don't have any music playing in the background. What am I doing here? We run a very tight ship, a very professional operation over here. YouTube, please. Just do the fucking thing. There we go. But yeah, you make a good point that it's probably better to Absolutely nothing but the highest quality of professionalism. You want professional, I'll give you fucking professional. Jump scare. How about that? Take that. There's only the highest amount of professionalism in jump scaring your fucking audience. That's how that goes, right? Ooh. Well, gang, there's a whole lot of stuff going on. All kinds of folk doing different kinds of streams, like that I'm following. We got some retro. We got somebody doing Kingdom Hearts. Got some art. Oh god, Aki's doing her Sonic-thon, and she's in Sonic 06 right now. We've got Ocarina of Time. Got all kinds of stuff we could go and hang out with. I don't know, I'm just a cosmic dragon. And I'm just a barista, so I think between the two of us, we got it. Oh, that poor doggo. Yeah, she's been doing Sonic-thon all of this week. Like, starting from the beginning and making her way to the more modern stuff. Shit, I forget which day it was. I want to say it was the first day she was doing it. She was on Twitch front page. Specifically for Sonic 06. Yeah, that too. She was playing Peak last night. Pretty sure it was last night. Yeah, it was last night. She was playing Sonic Riders. I'm saying Sonic Riders is Peak because that's like the only Sonic game I have ever played. I'm not including Shadow the Hedgehog in that just because not get very far in that. Well, I mean, we've been hyping it up, so let's go. Only Sonic game I really played was Sonic and the Black Knight. Actually, no, that's not true. I think I also played Sonic Unleashed, which I've heard mixed things about both of those. Frankly, I just don't hear much about Sonic in general because it's like not in my fandom wheelhouse. Like, other than Sonic Riders, just because it looked fun, I just have not really played Sonic games. I mean, I've played a little bit of the original, of course, where, you know, Green Hill Zone and, you know, some of those things. But overall, I'm a hashtag Nintendo girly. I enjoy Sonic and the Black Knight because of I love medieval setting and stuff and swords. And that one did seem interesting, just as a concept. Like, what the hell are you gonna do with a fucking... Oh, there it is. I'm doing an unauthorized stretch. Well, it's not not unauthorized, but a free stretch, if you will. There was a crack in my back. I was just waiting to... Alright, fine, I'll do it again. Fuck it, we ball! Oh, there we go. It's now authorized. No, screw you, I'll stretch all I want. Actually, hang on. Denied. Oh god. But yeah, let's go raid Aki. We'll hit her with the with the classic. I feel like she might need a to-go order right now. But yeah, thanks for joining me for this impromptu Friday night stream. Ooh. Yeah, listen, the internet crashed last night. I was feeling real fucking bad. Like, not guilty bad, I was fucking pissed. That's what it was. Cause I wanted to stream, I wanted to play the game. But the internet company said, no, I don't think so. Internet company really said, no, fuck you, you're not allowed. So, yeah. It was a bad time. But I'm glad we were able to make up for it tonight. And like I said, probably Monday we will wrap things up here in Valhalla. And then we'll move on to something new. Until then, I will see you. Bye!